All right, welcome to the Echo Chamber, where I am going to give you an idea that has been bouncing around my head for a minute.
Must be bouncing a lot of times. You bounce around that
a lot of space in there. It's coming like the DVD sign going around the black
ping
screen.
pong, just ping pong.
But so the idea I've been having is that basically, to save the UK, we all need to go for a jolly up in Blackpool. We all need to go. The lads need to hit Skegness here for the weekend, and we will save the UK weekend by weekend doing that.
Little bit of Lake District with the boys.
A little bit Lake District with the boys. Okay. Head down to the Black Forest. All these sorts of places. Go watch Truro. I think they're playing in League One nowadays. All that kind of stuff.
Come to East London to hear all the sirens.
Do you know what I mean? So what do I mean by that? I think so many of the UK's problems could be helped, if not solved, by rapid government investment and nationalisation of the domestic tourism industry. Cool. Let's build out two sides of this.
Okay.
The social side, the economic side. The social side is kind of intuitive. Like, people in London inside the M25, people that don't leave the M25 like Sean, have no idea what's going on in like the countryside. I was fortunate enough to spend a lot of my childhood visiting North Wales, see my grandparents, and Manchester. And I was able to have that sort of wider understanding of the community of the UK, such that it was less imagined, to reference some of the text you spoke about last week. I think a lot of the social division we're seeing in the UK is because people don't realise how similar they are. I'm from Tower Hamlets. I spent a lot of my time cycling around the country with a bunch of my Muslim Algerian brothers through all of these quaint UK towns, interacting with these people who might otherwise have thought horrible things about these brown and black kids from London. So that's one side. I think it would develop a level of civic education, people understanding the problems of their fellow countryman, understanding how the country even works. I think it's also just on a fundamental level, just great for people to see the nature that's available to them. I spent this summer doing the West Highland Way, hiking in Glasgow, or not in Glasgow, but flying to Glasgow and then going around there. I'm able to see Glasgow as well. I think it's great for people. It's also just very difficult right now because cost-wise, it's a lot easier for people to head off to Europe, mainland Europe. And maybe people think that's a better idea, but I think there's great things in the UK. That's the social side of it. The economic side of it is this idea that the individual decision someone's making that's best for them doesn't actually align with what the country needs. So the government needs to step in to offset that sort of market impracticality or market inefficiency. So I did some maths.
Oh, wow.
So I've looked at...
So be prepared for the numbers to be wrong then.
So I looked at if I was going to head to Spain for a holiday. Let's say, cool, we're heading for a week, 7 nights. I budgeted a little bit and it came out around £680. I then looked at if I was going to head up to Scotland for a trip to Inverness, get a nice train up there and all that kind of jazz. It came to £860.
Okay.
And let's say, cool, there's already a little bit of a association that Scotland's not a great place to travel as Spain. So already you're offsetting that as well. So now Scotland becomes even more expensive utility-wise. So naturally, if you're only concerned, if you think you're indifferent between Spain and Scotland, you're looking at the price, you're saying, okay, well, I'm going to go to Spain. It's a 100 and something or other. It's cheaper.
Yeah. I told you. The numbers
it's cheaper.
weren't going to land.
But this is the difference for the government, and the government has this level of centralised thinking that they should be able to adjust the economy for, is that £860, okay, will all be spent within the UK. You get the train up to Scotland, you're supporting UK rail networks. You arrive there, you spend 7 nights in a hotel, you're supporting UK industry in Inverness. You pay for local transport. You buy yourself some fish and chips. You buy yourself food there. All of this is helping stimulate economic activity in the country. That plane ticket for Spain is, £80 maybe to British Airways, going to a British company, even though we don't like British Airways anymore after we've done to Louis Theroux. But £80 to British Airways. After that, all the money's being spent in Spain. There's going to be a net loss going to Spain. And the numbers I even crunched, the UK has a tourism deficit of around £34 billion. We spend 58 billion annually abroad, but only 24 billion is spent domestically. So I think there's a real opportunity here for the UK government to subsidise domestic tourism for the social benefits, but even more so for those economic benefits. Keir Starmer, all you man, you're always banging on about growth. There's an opportunity to invest and definitely see some growth from it.
I'm definitely agree. I think it's also a creative way to get around or to tap into the patriotic feeling of a lot of people in the country. And so I think it's definitely something that is overlooked. I wonder why you think it's being overlooked though, because for me, this feels so obvious that this is something that should happen.
Bro, privatization.
Yeah, well, I was about to bring up as well. Like, it's so expensive to even use the train to get to the other side of the country. So.
It's insane. Like, how could it be cheaper for me to fly to the south of France than to go to Birmingham.
Italy even, it's like £30.
Bro, you can get to Morocco cheaper than you can get to Scotland on some days of the week. It's bonkers.
Yeah.
But somehow we expect for there to be a virtuous cycle of internal economy. It doesn't even make any sense. So as I say, me and the lads head up to, where should we go? Tenby. You don't even know what that is.
Bro, listen, I stay inside the M25.
But it's because
of that. Because
it's
of
a big
that.
reason. Because people want to see, if it was, cost effective, people would want to see the great sites the UK has to offer.
100%. And I think I'm for it, but then also I do wonder how, because of like the patriotic narratives that are coming out of this, what people would scaremonger around if they see that now there's just a big push of all us ethnic minorities trying to come into their areas, etc.
Let them meet the mandem. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Fair
let them
enough.
meet us and they'll understand it's all love. But that's what I've been thinking about a lot this week. Maybe I'll crunch even some more numbers on that and write up a little
and get it right this time.
Get it right. Write up a little essay on that to send to Downing Street, because I think honestly that will save the UK, perhaps.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's my echo chamber for this week.
Nice.